The colours look great and they look really good, but I would always, whenever I look at a tattoo and I think I like that is normally the black and grey.
Aye. I don't know what changed for me. I don't know why now I would do it black and grey. But
how do the colours last?
And nowadays, really well.
Right.
You don't really get it's like anything. Like if you look after your red car, it'll stay red. If you don't, it'll go pink. And it's kind of the same principle with tattoo ink. If you're someone who's out in the sun all the time, sunbedding, whatnot, and you're not looking after your skin, it probably will get a bit of fade in over the time. But if you moisturize, you look after your shit and that, and it's healed well the first time round anyway, you'll get a long time. Like, you still get guys coming in and they've had colour put in them 40 years ago and it's still fucking bright. But back then it was different. Like, your colour was as good as the guy mixing the fucking pigment back in the day.
Yeah. It seems a bit of a dichotomy there. I'm at odds with being a big tattooed guy, like two ends of the scale.
All right, okay.
Two opposing factors.
Yeah.
So somebody tattooed, like your MTV guy, big, bearded, bald.
He wasn't that
muscles.
tattooed, that guy.
Was he not?
He had tattoos, but he wasn't like heavy fucking ink to that.
Well, I've been thinking, like, just a big unit, tattooed up, Hell's Angels.
Yeah.
Coming home, raising hell, a lion, probably, taking somebody out of the game, going home to moisturise their tattoos so the colour stays.
Yeah,
it's a dichotomy, it's like, I wouldn't have put them in the same box.
This is,
look after your red car, boys, make sure you do the Hell's Angels and getting the moisturiser on. Boys, make sure the ink's looking good. We've got another convention coming up. We want to make sure these are on point.
Yeah, like I don't moisturise at all.
I'm going to refrain from making any statements or judgments about you're only as good as the colour the guy put in you. I mean, I think... But
that's true though, as well. Your colour, like, if the tattoo artist has done a dog shit job of packing the colour in it, it definitely, like, loads of factors come in it, how you look after it, and especially how your artist has put the colours in.
Would it, Mikey, like, what do you mean put the colours into you? What does that mean?
Like, pack it in, like fucking tattoo it.
Right, I had a different idea of what you meant when you were talking about
what the fuck did you think I meant?
Like, I'm thinking like you pack pack the freezer. What do you mean? How do you pack it
so
in?
you get so generally, like, tattoo machines these days, you'll have generally three. You'll have your liner, your shader, and your packer. And your packer is generally it's called a packer for packing the color in.
Right.
So just solid, smooth, consistent, packed in.
I'm blaming you
saturated.
For this. My experience of how a tattoo is done.
Is packing the freezer.
I thought up until our last conversation, I thought they were all done with Sharpie pens.
If only they
so
were,
I know Big Mikey, award-winning tattoo artist, and he's been all over the world. Just does it with a Sharpie.
I can't mind if I told you, or if I said it last time. I had a client come in, and I was, printing off my stencil and putting it all together and that, and then we did the wee bit of Sharpie drawing for the fucking Instagram and that, and then wiped it off. And he's like, I genuinely believed that you drew it all on. And I'm like, no, you fucking never. Like, no danger. He's like, I did. I'm like, fuck off. Well, I go like that. Done. Hey. And then just fucking wing it. And somehow it was like, nah. And then you'll get people that comment.
Surely, if you look at the way it's drawn, it just looks like,
it's like I did it with my buzz.
If you were pissed and you tried to draw a picture with like a fat crayon, I mean, it's not. Yeah. It's not what you would consider as, that's how the guy...
But I started kind of making the drawings so you could tell what it was going to be, and the fucking viewing's tanked. The shiter the drawing, the better the video does.
What does that tell you about people?
I don't really know about it. I've not really thought about it. Fuck knows.
It's a weird setups where, it seems to be the more raw and the more fun. It doesn't need to be right.
No.
It doesn't need to be accurate.
No.
It seems to be that you know how when you ever remember the movie Jumanji? And all hell's breaking loose. And
the first one or the second?
The first one.
Yeah.
And they open the door to the kitchen and there's the chimpanzees that are just wrecking the place.
Trashing it.
And they're just trashing it for mischief.
Yeah.
That's what people are like. They like the mischief.
They like the nonsense.
It seems to be what they like. Because you go out and you speak about stuff like, accurate and factual, and this is a great idea, and you should. None of that works.
No,
they want the chimps in the Jumanji movie, just
they want the nonsense,
wrecking the place.
Because I think if they can tell what it is, they're like, I don't need to fucking watch it. It's going to be a dragon.
And imagine that, and they're having like a big, massive guy that sort of just drenching parts of America when women see them on a TikTok. Literally overcome.
I was like, what you got about that?
Drenching. I can only watch this in 10-minute spells because I just cannot take this guy's voice and everything he does. And you look, and that seems to be, they want just that release, that enjoyment.
Just a bit of banter, a bit of nonsense.
Yeah.